What up? What up? All right. So, as you can see in the back, I got 3 monitors. I got a PC, laptop, whatever. 3 monitors and a laptop. I know a little bit about PC stuff. I'm not one of them young dummies. And unfortunately, I'm having to make a little live video talking and educating some unintelligent people. And why should I bother even doing that? Let me just be real. I'm not going to be able to educate unintelligent people who don't want to be educated, but people who think they're right. Why even have a conversation about it? I don't know. I'm making time for it in a moment. So, number one, uh, no, I don't think that, number one, yes, your phone, the thing I'm talking on, recording on right now, it's recording all types of information. But if you pay attention, do a little research, you can shut some of that stuff off. Most of it you can shut off. That's number one. Maybe when it comes to Windows, you got limited options. But some people want to say, oh, well, I don't use Windows. I use Linux or whatever the case. I don't have to use Windows. Okay, sure. You don't have to use Windows for anything. Kudos for you. That's great. And you have a gaming PC and then you have a work PC, that's cool too. If that's what you like to do, then do that. What I don't understand is why do people who are PC gamers always invoke and involve themselves in console conversations? It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your preferred method or platform that you like to play on or anything like that. Just enjoy what you enjoy. You can emulate, and I didn't say emulation was illegal. I said emulation and illegal things, or maybe because I was speaking and it did voice to text, I didn't check what it really said. So maybe that's me not checking it. But there are a ton of things that are illegal online. We already know this. If you want cheating, that's on PC. If you want, that's not like a Game Shark and all the other kind of stuff that they don't even have anymore on consoles or whatever. But cheating is rampant on the internet for PC gaming. Illegal things are rampant on the dark web and things connected to the internet. Okay, your console, they don't even want you to be connected to the internet outside of their system. Now, what information is your console really taking from you or getting from you? What you play, how much you play, maybe your credit card, if you put it on there, if you're not intelligent enough to be savvy enough to not put a credit card on there, like instead put, like there's things on a game console that can protect yourself from. It's a prepaid card or whatever. There are a lot of different things you can do about that. But how your phone and how a computer tracks you and monitors you and all that kind of stuff is nothing like what's on a game console, on a home console. So it's not even the same world. So just a little education to help you when you think you're talking to somebody who's not intelligent, when it's really you need to look in a mirror because it's obviously you. Because again, just the fact that you're even conversating from a PC standpoint about a console situation is hilarious. Now, for example, this power spec PC I have right here, 32 gigs of RAM. Got it earlier this year. More than what? Sorry. Anyway, 32 gigs of RAM on that, and that is the what is that? It is the RX 9070 XT. Just came out this year. So the memory card, the graphics card. Well, the graphics card is not the one that came out this year, I don't think. But anyway, no, it is a graphics card. Yeah. I'm sorry, tripping. Graphics card that came out this year. Anyway, and it's AMD. I know it's not Nvidia or whatever, but just being smart about my money. And not to mention, it wasn't like I had to pay for it, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, so like over $2,000 gaming PC or whatever PC I can do video editing and other things that I do because I'm not the mouse and keyboard gaming type person. I did that stuff in college for a little bit, but it just wasn't my thing. Played some home game console stuff. Again, prefer that. I mean, again, somebody like me who's been gaming for probably longer than most of y'all been alive. I'm sorry, I was gaming on the Atari 2600 and 7800 starting, and then did Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. Now, and of course, I experienced Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx-16, GameCube from other people, whatever. But when it comes to PC gaming, that's just a whole nother. That's something over there. It just is what it is. I mean, when I say illegal, like duh, like in order for PC gamers to even play Nintendo games, you got to do it illegally, because you can only play those games legally on a Nintendo. And most of the games that are exclusive to PlayStation, outside of the handful that they released to PC, you'd have to play illegally if you can even get them or whatever to play on a PC. So again, I prefer what I prefer, which is a PlayStation DualSense controller, the games on my big 65, 75-inch TV or whatever, depending on what room I'm in. Um, you know, so the bottom line is, yeah, the prices of things are going up, but most of the reason why the prices for most of these things going up has to do with what's going on with the economy in the United States right now and for the last few years, but mainly within the last year is why the prices are going up. So you have over 40 years of gaming, and even though there's been a lot of jump in technology in the last 20 years more than anything, like rampantly, you still have a track record of understanding how the pricing goes, how things go, what the future can be. You can predict. You can do a lot of good predicting. So bottom line is, the PlayStation 6 is not going to be $1,000 because nobody would buy it, or not nobody would buy it. When we say nobody, it doesn't mean literally nobody, because there's always idiots. Look in the mirror. There's always idiots that will do almost anything, and I shouldn't call them idiots. If you got money and you want to waste it, by all means, waste your money. It doesn't make you an idiot, so I correct myself on that. But bottom line is, the PS5 Pro, $700. That was a push. It wasn't that successful as far as sales, and as far as the increase and like the little bit of improvement that it gives you over the PS5 is not even that big a deal. And then when you look at the situation of the console market in regard to Sony and pretty much all of them, but the improvements, like again, somebody who's been playing since the 2600 Atari, there were huge jumps from generation to generation. Now the jumps are like a step. So you're not even paying. It's not worth the money to pay for that. Plus, meaning pay for the. It's not worth paying $1,000 for a PS6 for a step up. When the step up is not a generational step up. Um, that being said, when you look at, don't want to lose my train of thought. That being said, oh, generations. God, thank you. The PS5 is going to be supported, and all the games that are coming out on PS6 are going to be on the PS5. How do we know that? Because of the generation we're in right now. The generation we're in right now, they had pretty much everything being made for PS4. Now that we're going to PS6, it's going to be a bigger jump from 4 to 6. But from 4 to 6 is going to be a really noticeable difference in the abilities and the games that you can have on there. But when you go to 5 to 6, then you're splitting hairs just a little bit. It'd be a half step instead of a whole step. Like from 4 to 6, that's a whole step. From 5 to 6 is going to be like a half step. Is anybody really, or the majority of people willing to pay a whole step price or generational jump price for a half step? No. And Sony knows that. And that's why they will price, they're going to price competitively to make sure that they get as many people buying into the next system as possible. Or, not to mention, they have a handheld coming out with it. They know that they're going to be splitting pockets. They already know. So they're not probably even looking, like the numbers that they're probably hit for the PS6 will probably be successful for them, for the simple fact that they probably have to have low expectations based on where things are. But bottom line is, when it comes to the price of PC parts, even though there are PC parts in consoles, it's always going to be more expensive on the PC side of things if you want the best of the best. Now, if you don't care about the best of the best and you want to get low tier stuff, then you might as well get a console. But again, that's preferential. That's preferential. You can get a console and you still might want the freedom that a PC gives you, like not having to pay to play online and all that kind of stuff, if that's your thing. There are a lot of benefits to PC gaming, but there are just certain things that you won't have. Certain games you won't have. But, there's a whole world, plethora of things that you can enjoy on a PC. But just do that stuff over there in the PC world. Because when it comes to the console gaming, we're not the same. We're not the same. And so in a lot of ways, it's laughable that it's comparable. You know, what's funny is on social media, they present, you know, the memes or whatever, and the meme of the PC gamer is supposed to be this god tier, white hair blowing in the wind, all these muscles. And the sad, funny reality is, if you really know the truth, the PC gamer is actually the homeless guy. He's not no god tier nothing. He's a homeless guy begging for ports from other companies so that they can get stuff. Homeless, homeless guy begging with a cup in the hand. Can I have your game? Can I have your game? Please put your game on my platform. No, bruh. And that's why y'all like are so elated to even have things like Microsoft. It's Microsoft. They've been PC before they were a console, so of course all their games are on PC. But the fact that Sony has given a little sprinkle of things to the PC gamers, oh my gosh, they're like a nerd virgin getting some for the first time. They just all over the place, prematurely ejaculating like the Blue Jays, just all over the place. So, but anyway, I just had to speak face to face because so many people be talking crap online and don't back nothing up, and they think they like, dude, I ain't got time for that. But I'm not no dummy. You can be the dumbass if you want to. Ain't no dumb person over here. Ain't no less intelligent person over here. I'm talking to you dead in your face. You don't know what you talking about when it comes to economics. You also ain't no expert on PC stuff. And I don't claim to be, but I know enough to know what I'm talking about when I talk my stuff. So I got things to do, but I just had to go ahead and instead of Twitter finger and stuff, since I don't do Twitter finger stuff, I just talk face to face and have a conversation. You know, people always talking about we're having a conversation. Well, I'm having a real conversation, face to face. I ain't nothing to hide here. So 4 screens, $2,000 PC, you know, gaming machine, but I prefer to play my games on a console. Plain and simple. If you don't like it, that's on you.